Welcome to Learners Math TV. In this video, we will derive the formula for the law of cosines. Apply the law of cosines to solve problems involving oblique triangles and solve real-life problems involving the law of cosines. Kapag ang problems na na-encounter natin ay hindi applicable na gamitin ang the law of sines, yung the law of cosines ang gagamitin natin. So let us derive the law of cosines or the formula that we are going to use. Lagyan natin ngayon ang altitude at pangalanan natin yan na altitude h. Of course, dapat yung altitude ay perpendicular dito sa side AB. Ayan. And then, pangalanan natin yung bawat side. Ito ay side A, side B, at side C. Tapos itong point of intersection dito ay pangalanan natin na point D. Okay? So ngayon, ito ngayong portion na to ay pangalanan natin na X. And of course, itong portion na to ay maaari nating pangalanan na quantity C minus X. Bakit? Kasi yung buo ay C. So, pag sinubtract mo yung X, ibig sabihin, ito yung portion na yan. Okay? So, kumpleto na ngayon yung name ng mga parts ng ating oblique triangles. So, pwede na nating simulan ng pagdiderive. Una, etong triangle BCD. BCD. Yung triangle na yan, dahil itong H, etong altitude na to, ay perpendicular, kaya meron tayo ditong 90 degrees angle. Kaya nakapagbuo tayo rito ng right triangle. Okay. So, yung hypotenuse A, the square of that is equal to the sum of the square of its legs. That is according to the Pythagorean theorem. If hindi pa kayo familiar sa Pythagorean theorem, ay maaari niyong balikan yung ating video lesson about Pythagorean theorem. Okay? So next is we're going to expand this. A squared is equal to x squared plus, then square the first term, c squared, then twice the product of the first and second term. That is negative 2cx. And then square the last term. It becomes plus x squared. So ngayon, ito ngayon yung gagamitin natin later on. Okay? Para mabuo natin yung ating formula. Then, next thing to do is, punta naman tayo dito sa triangle ACD. ACD. And that triangle is also a right triangle. So, from that, ang ating hypotenuse naman dyan ay yung B. Kaya, using again the Pythagorean theorem, B squared is equal to x squared plus h squared. Ayan. Then, i-manipulate natin yung ating equation getting the value of h squared. So, that would be, ayan, h squared is equal to b squared minus x squared. So, nilipat natin dito sa kabila, kaya naging minus x squared. So, eto ngayon, etong b squared minus x squared, since yan pala ang value ng h squared, yan ay isa-substitute natin dito sa nakuha natin kaninang algebraic expression. Ayan. So, ililipat natin ngayon yan dito. Okay. A squared is equal to, instead of h squared, palitan na natin siya ng b squared minus x squared. Then, plus c squared minus 2cx plus x squared. Okay, now, we need to simplify this. I-simplify natin by, okay, i-cancel na natin yung dalawa. Paano natin? Bakit natin i-cancel? Kasi yan ay negative, ito ay positive. If you subtract that, so it becomes 0. Kaya maging a squared is equal to b squared plus c squared minus 2cx. So, yan na lang. Okay? So, go back to our triangle ACD. Punta naman tayo sa kanyang trigonometric ratio. Okay? So, ang trigonometric ratio niya ng cosine A ay equal sa x over b. Okay? If you're not familiar about the trigonometric ratio, balikan po natin yung ating video lesson about the 6 trigonometric ratios. Okay? So, yan yan. Cosine A, cosine is equal to adjacent over hypotenuse. Kaya yan, x over b. Ayan. So, manipulating this equation or this ratio, it becomes, di ba, yung x natin would be equal to b cosine A. Ngayon, yung b cosine A na yan, isa-substitute natin yan dito sa value ng x na nandito. Ayan, para mabuo natin yung formula. Ayan, substitute na natin. Ayan, eto na yon, yung b cosine A. Nandiyan na siya sa loob ngayon. So, eto na ngayon yung ating formula. Ayan. Ito na ngayon yung the law of cosine. Okay? Kapag ang hinahanap mo, ang involved ay yung side A at saka yung cosine A. Pag silang dalawa yung involved, ito yung magiging formula mo. Okay? So, ituloy natin. Ayan. So, paano naman kasi kung ang involved naman yung ibang side at ibang angle? So, ibig sabihin, i-arrange lang natin yan. Magiging b squared is equal to a squared plus c squared minus 2ac cosine b. Ayan tiyakin lang. Ayan. Kung b ang involved dito, side b, dapat yung nandun sa dulo ay cosine b. Diba? Dito ang involved by a, kaya nasa dulo ay cosine a. So, ganyan lang ang ating gagawin dyan. So, kung ano yung side na nandito, yun din yung side na nandyan. Okay? So, gawin din natin yung iba. So, yung c squared naman, o yung side c. Ayan. Okay? Ganyan naman ang magiging formula mo. Okay, that's the law of cosines. Kasi sinasabi sa law of cosines, kung babasahin natin, ang sabi dyan, the square of the length of any side, lahat ng side, kaya pare-parehas lang sila halos no? The square of the length of any side of a given triangle is equal to the sum of the squares of the length of the other sides minus twice the product of the other two sides multiplied by the cosine of angle included between them. Okay, that's the law of cosines. Yan ngayon yung gagamitin natin to solve problems involving oblique triangles wherein hindi applicable ang law of sines. Now, let us solve this problem as our first example. We are going to find AB and round your answer to the nearest whole number. So, the formula that we can use is c squared equals a squared plus b squared minus 2ab cosine c. Okay, yan ang ginamit natin kasi ito ay nandito yung c natin at meron tayong given degree measure of 134 degrees. At ang opposite niya, yung side AB. So, let C be our side AB. Okay, so it is equal to 13 squared for A squared and 12 squared for B squared minus 2 times 13 times 12 cosine 134 degrees. Okay, so 13 squared is equal to 169. Then 12 squared is 144. Minus, unahin muna natin yung 13 times 12. Okay, isa-isahin lang natin para makita lang natin yung proseso. Okay, that is 156. No? Yung 13 times 12 is 156. Then continue, cosine 134 degrees. Then c squared is equal to what? 169 plus 144 is 313. Then 2 times 156 is equal to 312. Then cosine 134 degrees. At this point, kailangan na natin gumamit ng scientific calculator. Ayan. So, 313, kunin muna natin yung value ng negative 312 cosine 134 degrees. Ayan. So, negative 112. Tapos, click natin yung cosine. 134. Ayan. Close parenthesis. So, that is equal to, ayan, 216.7334116. So, positive na yan. I-round up na lang natin yan sa nearest thousands. Kaya magiging 216.733 lang. Okay? So, c squared is equal to 313 plus 216.733. Kapag inad natin yan, it is equal to 529.733. Then, let us extract the square root from both sides of the equation. So, gamit tayo ng calculator. Ayan. So, the square root of 529.733 and is equal to 23.01592927. Ayan. So, sabi kanina ng problem, we have to round our answer to the nearest whole number. Kaya, ang magiging final answer natin dyan na value ng ating C ay approximately equal to 23. Okay, gumagamit tayo ng symbol of approximation kasi nga nag-round off tayo. Okay, meron kasi siya ang decimal value. So, ang final answer natin, since we just let C as our side AB, so AB is approximately equal to 23 units. Okay? For our second example, we're going to find the measurement of angle A. Ito yan. Okay? So, pwede natin gamitin yung formula na ito. A squared is equal to B squared plus C squared minus 2BC cosine A. So, lagay na natin lahat ng ating mga given. 14 squared is equal to 9 squared plus 6 squared. Since given ang lahat ng mga sides. So, ito yung ang ating case ay SSS, side, side, side. Pag given lahat ng sides, pwede mong gamitin ang the law of cosines. Minus 2 times 9 times 6, tapos cosine A. So 14 squared is 196, 9 squared is 81, plus 6 squared is 36. So minus 9 times 6 is 54 cosine A. Then 196 is equal to 81 plus 36 is 117 minus 2 times 54 is 108 cosine A. And then, lipat natin yung 117 sa kabila ng equation. Kaya it becomes negative 196 minus 117. Tapos, continue, negative 108 cosine A. Then, subtract 196. Diba? 196 minus 117. So, that is 79. Equals negative 108 cosine A. Then, divide both sides by negative 108. So, 79 divided by negative 108, using your calculator, you can get negative 0.7315. That is an approximate value of cosine A. So now, since our problem is to find the measure of angle A, using our scientific calculator, we can do this. Ayan, shift, cosine, tapos negative 0.7315. Ayan. So that is equal to 137.0122922. Okay, so our final answer is the measure of angle A is 137 degrees. because we have to round it up to the nearest whole number. Okay? It is approximately. Gumagamit tayo rito ng symbol of approximation whenever tayo ay nagra-round up kasi hindi naman talaga siya eksaktong-eksakto dahil meron siyang decimal value. Okay? So, ayan yung ating pinaka-final answer. Let us now solve these real-life problems. A plane travels 800 meters along the runway before taking off at an angle of 10 degrees. It travels a further 1,000 meters at this angle, as seen in the figure. Work out the distance of the plane from its starting point. Give your answer to two decimal places. So, meron pala tayo ditong given figure describing our problem. So, kung nandito yung plane, it travels 800 meters, ito yun, before taking off. Ayan. Tapos, ang distance nun ay 1,000 meters. Tapos, nakapag-form siya rito ng angle na 10 degrees sa kanyang pag-take off between the runway. So, since this is a straight angle and it is supplementary, di ba? So, kaya kung ito ay 10 degrees, yung kabila ay magiging 170 degrees. So, our problem here to solve is the distance from this starting point up to the location of the plane after traveling a 1,000 meter from its takeoff point. Ayan. So, we can use this formula, the law of cosine. C squared is equal to A squared plus B squared minus 2 AB cosine C. Okay, yun ang ginamit natin kasi it involves the longest side of the oblique triangle. Okay, sa ating Pythagorean theorem, diba? The longest side, the hypotenuse is always represented by letter C. Okay, kaya yan yung ating ginamit. Okay, so let us substitute all the given value. So, tapos, gawin natin to, no? Itong C squared, gawin na natin D squared. Okay, palitan na natin. Then, it is equal to 800 squared plus 1,000 squared minus 2 times 800 times 1,000 cosine 170 degrees. Then, D squared now is equal to, okay, using your calculator, 800 squared plus 1,000 squared is equal to 1,640,000 minus, ayan, baba natin yan. Isa-isahin lang natin. Then, sumunod, dyan naman ang ating isimplify. Yung 2 times 800 times 1,000. Yan, D squared is equal to 1,640,000 minus, ayan, 1,600,000. Yan naman ang value ng 2 times 800 times 1,000. Cosine 170 degrees. Okay? Then, let us now use our calculator. Yung scientific calculator natin. Okay? Parenthesis muna, gamit tayo. Tapos, 1,640,000. Then, close parenthesis. Minus 1,600,000 cosine 170. And so, equals. Yan. That is 3,215,692.405. Ayan. So, ang gawin natin dyan, extract natin yung square root from both sides of the equation. Ayan. So, the square root of 3,215,695.405. Okay? That is equal to approximately 1,793.235,178. So the final answer for that is yung ating distance is approximately equal to 1,793.24 meters since we are asked to finalize our answer to two decimal places. So that is our final answer. Oh, maghanap ka ng mga ganitong klase ng problems. We all have the access in the internet. Laging tatandaan, sa math ay hindi maaari na nanonood ka lamang. Upang maging mahusay, dapat lagi kang handa na mag-practice o magsanay.